display if you are paying attention. Now this is the most important thing. This is the most important thing of your website or of your store, online store, which would make sure that the customer comes and purchases products from you, if you're understanding. The better your look and feel is, the better the things are arranged, the better the user interface is, the easier it is. More users would try to stay. It should be very intuitive. It should be able to understand what user is actually looking for, and you should have all the options about size, color, price range, etc., company or the different kind of vendors. Everything should be there at one place so that he can make the appropriate selection from the drop down or from the checklist, and things would be as sorted as possible. So the better the catalog is, the better the display is, the better you view, the better, because we look at the things, and even if the thing is good, but if you don't like it in the first impression, you don't usually go for it. So the first impression is the thing which would make sure that the things would be purchased or not, if you're understanding. So there is a concept which could determine whether your things have been arranged properly or not, just for your information. So the catalog is like displaying of the products and services which you provide in a proper manner, basically. But there is a concept which is known as bounce rate nowadays. Now you might have heard this term, bounce rate. Bounce rate means what happens is, suppose you went to a restaurant, basically you went inside and you just went inside, and after like 2 to 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds after just viewing it, and you came back again. You went to had some food, basically, but you looked at it and you just came back. You didn't do anything, you didn't purchase anything. You might have not liked the ambience, you might have not liked the kind of people, or you might have not liked the infrastructure of that particular place, if you're understanding. So you came back immediately without looking further into the menu and everything. So the immediate you come back, the more the customers come back immediately, the more is the bounce rate, if you're understanding. I went to a website, I looked at the things. As soon as I opened my website, I saw it for a second, I closed it, if you're understanding. So I closed it. That means what? I didn't like the content, or something which something which was not proper, something which was not arranged properly, something which was not liked by my eyes, or something like that. The impression was not very good at all. As a result of which, I went to the website, I came back again. So I came back immediately. I didn't even scroll further, because actual purchase would begin, or actual looking at the things would begin when I go deeper into that website, basically. But the first page was such that I didn't want to go inside, and I came back immediately. I exited the website. So I exited it. That means what? That scenario where the people come and go immediately, okay, do not go further into that website, increases the bounce rate of your website. The more the bounce rate, that means the more your e-commerce and catalog and product display are not proper, are not making the customers glued in to their product, if you're understanding, or to that user interface, basically the front end, basically. So it is suggested that 26 to 40% of bounce rate is considered to be good or excellent, if you're understanding. But as the bounce rate increases, that means what? Your things are not proper. You need to make some changes into the front end, basically, so that the customer comes and scrolls further and bees onto that website, if you're understanding. So if it is not being onto the website, he's going immediately higher the bounce rate, then there is a problem in your content or in your front end, if you understand. So e-commerce and product display can make sure, if this is wrong, everything could be like no transaction would begin, no transaction would get triggered if this is not proper. The more the bounce